I'm Michelle Toteve.
And I'm Yegor Piatnitsky. Here's what's happening today.
CU's Leeds School of Business is named one of the best in Colorado and the nation. According to the newest rankings by Beyond Gray Pinstripes, the Leeds School of Business is a local and national leader in preparing MBA students for real-world challenges. The ranking measures the extent that business schools prepare students with an understanding of social, environmental, and economic perspectives required for business success. Leeds ranks 21st among all participating national and international business schools. Family Weekend is in less than a week and preparation is underway. News Team's Dorian Smith has the story of how the campus is preparing to greet thousands of visitors. If you'd like more information, contact the Office of Parent Relations at www.parents.edu. Working on some projects that are literally out of this world. Rachel Dubrovin has more on the special partnership the campus has with NASA. Up next, a NASA satellite plummets to Earth. Find out when it's expected to hit.
And later,
For some, it's a day of closure. For others, a day of injustice. The execution of Troy Davis late last night for the murder of a Georgia police officer prompted protests from around the globe. World leaders, including former President Jimmy Carter and Pope Benedict XVI, pleaded for the execution to be halted. But, as CNN's Greg Black reports, there was no last-minute reprieve for the death row inmate.
The court ordered.
After more than 2 years in Iranian captivity, 2 Americans are now reunited with their families. Josh Vital and Shane Bauer rushed down the steps of a private jet into the arms of their families yesterday. The 2 men were convicted as spies and have since been held in an Iranian jail. After last week's confusing signals from Iran's government, a $1 million bail for freedom deal was struck and they were set free. The families called yesterday the best day of our lives, and President Barack Obama said their release is wonderful news. Coming up next, we're going to look at the weather with Nick. Fall is in the air, and it's looking real nice out there.
It sure does. The end of this week, as well as the weekend, is going to be really nice.
Guys, that is our look at sports for today, and
Thanks
we'll
a lot,
see what
Josh.
happens after that.
And coming up next, the new iPhone release date is announced.
And later, Denver's Wild Animal Sanctuary gets a facelift. A wild animal sanctuary in northern Colorado is getting a new look. News Team's Paul Harris paid a visit and filed this report. Apple's done it again. If you're planning on getting an iPhone anytime soon, wait 1 more month and you can buy the iPhone 5. The newest version is reported to have a front-facing camera, making it possible for you to take pictures and video from both sides of the phone. It has a new look, new features, and will be available October 15th. Facebook recently introduced some dramatic changes, and users have not been happy. The new Top Stories feed uses an algorithm to deliver only the most relevant news to you. Instead, most have called it distracting. The new feed combines friends that you interact with frequently and their likes and dislikes. The algorithm weighs these factors and creates a ticker that is meant to be personalized. But user reactions have called Top Stories random. It was even jokingly named the ADD bar. According to Facebook, these problems should fix themselves in time.
Thanks for watching News Team Boulder. Don't forget to check us out on the web at newsteamboulder.org. Have a great day.
CU's all-female musical group, On the Rocks, are getting more out of a cappella than just singing. News Team's Michelle Toteve tells us more.
Take a step through these doors, and you'll find a collegiate tradition that's been around since 1873.
I love a cappella. I love everything about a cappella.
On the Rocks is made up of 19 women who meet twice a week to do what they love.
I know I can just let my stresses go and have a good time with all my girls.
On the Rocks has been together for 6 years and is CU's only all-female a cappella group. which is rare since the musical genre is traditionally male-dominated.
There were literally restrictions against women were not allowed to sing in church.
This tradition has since changed, but is still affecting the musical genre of a cappella. On the Rocks represents a minority in the a cappella world, as only 15% of colleges across the nation have all-female groups.
One of the things that men can do that women can't do is that they have a wider range.
The women of On the Rocks say this just motivates them even more.
But I think that's just like more power to us. We just rock it and we have limitations and that's what we build off of.
I love the range that we're in and it just like creates that uniqueness that I think makes us really stand out.
This uniqueness includes beatboxing, higher pitches, and even imitating the instruments they sing. The women arrange all their own music and find inspiration
from everywhere. What's popular now, what was popular 50 years ago.
Their voices bring them together, but the women say the music and their close bond makes them a family.
We've just formed a really close family, so I love coming to see all of them and just do what we love and make beautiful music together. Michelle Toteve, News Team Boulder.
On the Rocks performs right here on campus. Their first concert of the year will be on November 11th.
And coming up next, we'll hear about the weather from Michelle. Sounds like it's going to be a warmer weekend than last, huh?
That's right, Andrew. Boulder can put away their blankets and rain boots. As we take a look outside, these clear skies are here to stay. Alrighty, welcome back to News Team Boulder. We're going to start today's weather off with the National Weather Service, who has issued an advisory for the west coast of Mexico. As of 5 a.m. this morning, Irwin reached an intensity of tropical storm so that it has winds of 40 miles per hour and is about 200 miles off the coast. Moving into our national weather map, we are going to see a lot of low pressure systems coming in from Canada down to the States. This is causing a few cold fronts moving across the Midwest over to the East Coast. The East Coast states are seeing a lot of rain and thunderstorms, but maintaining higher temperatures with New York at 68 degrees and Alabama at 71. Taking a look over here to our northwest corner of the states, they're also feeling the rain from Canada, with Washington sitting at 61. California, hot as usual, 86 degrees. And then Colorado is sitting under a high pressure system, so we have a lot calmer weather. As we move into our regional map, we're going to see that as of right now, there are mid-60 temperatures across the state with Denver at 67 degrees. Moving on to this afternoon, we're going to move into our high and see more low 70s across the state, with Denver moving into 74 degrees. Finally, for our 4-day forecast this weekend, as of today, Boulder is going to reach a high of 73 and a low of 45. Tomorrow we're going to stay in the low 70s, and then Saturday we're going to get almost up to the 80s with a high of 78 and a low of 49. Sunday we're going to move back down to the low 70s. So if you're looking at heading up to A Basin for opening weekend, as far as skiing, it's going to be a great weekend for you. Back to you at the desk.